It was a cool spring evening in New York City, April 2013, when I arrived at the world-famous Ritz-Carlton Hotel near Central Park. My hands were trembling slightly as I stepped out of the cab, my heart racing with a mix of excitement and nerves. I was finally about to meet Ryan Cooper, my boyfriend, whom I had only known through late-night video calls and endless chats for the last 3 months. He was tall, charming, and had a deep voice that melted my heart every time we spoke. As I entered the grand lobby, the marble floors glistening under the chandelier lights, I spotted him. Standing there in a sleek navy blue suit, he turned the moment he saw me. Our eyes locked. I froze. And in the very next second, we ran into each other's arms. That first hug felt like home, like we had known each other forever. He kissed my forehead and whispered, "You're finally here, Mia." He led me by the hand to our room on the 17th floor, room 1732. The view overlooked the city lights, and everything felt like a dream. From 1 a.m. until the break of dawn at 5 a.m., we didn't sleep. We laughed, we talked, we kissed endlessly, and shared every emotion we had held back all these months. His touch was gentle, yet every moment was intense. He kissed me slowly, lovingly, and didn't stop until he knew I felt safe in his arms. We made memories that night, memories that would never fade. I couldn't walk properly for the next 3 days, not because of pain, but because of how deeply I had felt everything. My body ached from the passion we shared, and my heart overflowed with emotions. The next morning, I woke up with his arms around me, his heartbeat syncing with mine. But as the days passed, my health started to weaken. I didn't know what was happening. Maybe it was the emotional overload or the exhaustion from such a magical night, but I felt weak, drained, yet strangely happy. Ryan stayed by my side, nursing me, caring for me, holding my hand through every dizzy spell. And even though I felt sick, I never regretted that night. Because it wasn't just about passion, it was about love, real love. We still talk about it sometimes, the night at the Ritz when everything changed. He once told me, "That night, Mia, was the most beautiful night of my life. I saw your soul, not just your smile." And even now, years later, I can't forget how he made me feel from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. that morning. Alive, adored, and entirely his. 3 days had passed since that unforgettable night with Ryan at the Ritz-Carlton, and I still hadn't regained my full strength. My body was worn, but my heart was full. Every time I tried to get up and move around the suite, my legs gave out slightly, reminding me of how deeply connected we'd been that night. Ryan noticed it too. He held me gently, always placing his hand on my back, guiding me to sit, rest, and breathe. He was more than a boyfriend now. He was someone who had seen all of me, mind, body, and soul. On the 4th morning, I sat by the window, watching the traffic on Central Park South while sipping warm tea. Ryan came and knelt beside me, brushing my hair back. "Mia," he said quietly, "there's something I've been meaning to tell you." His voice was low, serious. My heart paused. I turned to look into his eyes, searching for what he was about to confess. This wasn't just a vacation for me. I didn't just come here to meet you. I came because I made a decision about us. I'm not going back to California. I blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" He took my hand. "I quit my job, Mia. I left everything behind because I knew I couldn't live another day without you. I want us to build something real. I want to stay here, in New York, with you." My heart raced. That was the most unexpected thing I could have heard. But before I could say a word, a knock came at the hotel door. Ryan stood, confused. We weren't expecting anyone. He opened the door cautiously, and standing there was a tall woman in a cream trench coat, with perfectly done hair and a cold expression on her face. "Ryan," she said, "you left without saying goodbye." My heart dropped. She walked in like she owned the place. Ryan looked stunned. "Cynthia, what are you doing here?" he asked. "Cynthia?" My throat dried up. "I'm here because you owe me an explanation," she said sharply. I stood up slowly, my knees weak, not just physically but emotionally shattered. "Who is she?" I asked him, Voice trembling. Ryan turned to me, torn. Mia, she's my ex-fiancée. My head spun. Ex. Cynthia laughed coldly. No, sweetheart. We were still engaged, until 3 days ago when your lover disappeared from San Diego without a word. I tracked his credit card here. Ryan looked at me with guilt in his eyes. I ended it, Mia. I swear I did. I couldn't lie to her anymore, not after meeting you. But it was too late. The illusion had shattered. Everything I thought was beautiful now felt twisted with betrayal. Tears blurred my vision. I stepped back, heartbreaking, body trembling. Cynthia turned to leave, saying only one word as she walked out. Coward. That night, I didn't speak to Ryan. I slept alone on the opposite side of the bed. He tried to reach for my hand, but I pulled away. My mind replayed every kiss, every touch, every word, and now it all felt like a lie. The next morning, I checked out of the Ritz-Carlton without waking him. I left a note. You gave me a night I'll never forget, but I can't be with someone who forgets to tell me the truth. Goodbye, Ryan. As I stepped into the cab, tears ran down my cheeks, not because I hated him, but because I loved him enough to walk away. And that night, that one unforgettable night, turned into a memory I would carry forever. A beautiful beginning, but also the most painful ending of my life.